Tom Hardy and MobLand are suddenly at the center of one of the biggest entertainment rumors online right now, and fans everywhere are trying to figure out what really happened behind the scenes. Reports have been spreading rapidly claiming that Tom Hardy may no longer be involved with the hit crime drama MobLand after an alleged conflict with producers during production. While nothing has been officially confirmed by Hardy or the studio, the speculation has become impossible to ignore, because several entertainment outlets are now reporting similar details about tension behind the scenes. According to the rumors currently circulating online, the situation allegedly began because of creative differences involving Hardy's character on the show. Sources connected to the production reportedly claim that Hardy had strong opinions about where the story should go and how his character should evolve moving forward. Apparently, Hardy wanted the series to take a darker and more character-focused direction, while producers had a different vision for the future of the show. Now, creative disagreements are very common in Hollywood. Actors disagree with writers all the time. Directors disagree with producers. Producers disagree with networks. That part of the story would not normally become major news. But what made this situation explode online was the claim that the disagreements became so intense that they may have led to Hardy being pushed out of the project completely. That possibility alone shocked fans, because Tom Hardy is not just another actor attached to the series. For many viewers, he is the main reason they started watching MobLand in the first place. His performance quickly became one of the biggest talking points surrounding the show. Fans praised his intensity, his screen presence, and the way he brought emotional depth to such a violent and dangerous character. His role reportedly became the emotional center of the entire series, which is why so many people are now wondering whether MobLand can even survive without him. The rumors claim that tension between Hardy and producers slowly built over time during filming. Some reports suggest that Hardy regularly questioned scripts and wanted changes made to certain scenes. Others claim he improvised dialogue and pushed for more creative input regarding the direction of his character. According to these reports, producers eventually became frustrated because they felt Hardy was trying to take too much control over the project. At the same time, some people close to Hardy reportedly believe the actor was simply passionate about the role and wanted to protect the quality of the series. They argue that Hardy deeply cared about the character and wanted the story to remain strong and believable. From that perspective, the disagreements may not have come from ego but from creative investment. This is why the situation has become so difficult to judge from the outside. Without official confirmation from either side, people are left trying to piece together information from anonymous sources, entertainment blogs, fan discussions, and media speculation. Every new report seems to add another layer to the story, but nobody truly knows exactly what happened behind closed doors. Still, the rumors continue growing because more entertainment outlets are discussing the alleged conflict in serious terms. Some reports even suggest that the relationship between Hardy and certain producers became so strained that continuing together on the show no longer seemed possible. One of the names frequently connected to the rumors is writer and producer Jez Butterworth. Reports claim that disagreements between Hardy and the production team intensified during work on the second season. Allegedly, there were major differences in opinion regarding story direction, character focus, and the overall tone of future episodes. Again, none of these claims have been officially verified. But because the rumors have now spread across social media and entertainment news sites, fans are reacting as though something major has already happened. Across Reddit, YouTube, TikTok, and X, people are debating whether Hardy was actually fired or whether he chose to leave voluntarily after creative disagreements became too difficult to resolve. Some fans believe the studio may have decided Hardy was becoming too difficult to work with. Others think the producers may have underestimated how important Hardy was to the success of the series. A lot of viewers are worried that removing him from the show would completely damage the chemistry and identity of MobLand. And honestly, that concern makes sense. When audiences connect strongly with a lead actor, replacing that person or writing them out can drastically change how the show feels. Even successful series often struggle after losing their most recognizable star. Fans become emotionally attached not just to the story, but to the specific performance that made the character memorable. In MobLand, Hardy reportedly delivered exactly that type of performance. His character carried a dangerous unpredictability that kept viewers invested in every scene. He balanced aggression with emotional restraint in a way that many fans found compelling. Some viewers even described him as the glue holding the entire story together. That's why the idea of the series continuing without him feels almost impossible for some fans to imagine. Another reason these rumors gained so much traction is because discussions about Hardy's on-set reputation have existed for years. Throughout his career, there have occasionally been stories about tension during productions involving the actor. One of the most famous examples was the difficult filming process surrounding Mad Max Fury Road. During interviews after that film released, both Hardy and Charlize Theron acknowledged that the production environment became extremely stressful and emotionally exhausting. Fans online are now revisiting those old stories while discussing the MobLand rumors. Of course, difficult productions happen all the time in Hollywood. Long shooting schedules, pressure from studios, budget concerns, and creative disagreements can create stressful working environments even when everyone involved is talented and professional. Still, because Hardy already has a reputation for being deeply intense and heavily invested in his roles, some people believe the new rumors sound believable. Others strongly disagree. Many fans and collaborators over the years have praised Hardy's dedication, preparation, and commitment as an actor. Some people argue that passionate performers are often unfairly labeled as difficult simply because they care deeply about the creative process. According to supporters of Hardy, what some producers describe as controlling behavior might actually just be an actor fighting for quality storytelling. And that possibility cannot be ignored either. The truth is that situations like this are rarely simple. Hollywood conflicts often become exaggerated once they reach the media. Small disagreements can turn into major headlines very quickly, especially when famous actors are involved. Anonymous sources sometimes present one-sided versions of events. Rumors spread online faster than facts. By the time official statements appear, public opinion has often already formed. That is exactly what seems to be happening with MobLand right now. People are already debating who is right and who is wrong despite the fact that nobody truly knows the full story yet. Some viewers blame the producers for allegedly refusing to collaborate with one of the show's biggest stars. Others believe Hardy may have crossed professional boundaries if he truly attempted to exert too much control over scripts and production decisions. At the moment, both sides remain silent publicly, and that silence is actually adding even more fuel to the speculation. Whenever major rumors emerge and nobody immediately denies them, fans tend to assume there must be some truth behind the scenes. Every day without clarification leads to more theories, more online discussions, and more media coverage. Another major reason this situation matters so much is because MobLand reportedly became a very successful project for Paramount+. The show attracted attention because of its cast, its gritty tone, and its crime-focused storytelling style. Hardy's involvement was a major part of the marketing surrounding the series. For many viewers, he represented the identity of the show itself. That means losing him would not simply be another casting change. It could fundamentally alter the future of the series moving forward. Some reports are even claiming that the studio may now need to rethink long-term story plans depending on whether Hardy officially returns or not. If his character was originally intended to remain central to future seasons, the writers could potentially face major challenges restructuring the story. And if they attempt to replace him with another actor, or shift focus toward other characters, there is always the risk that audiences may lose interest. Television history is full of examples where major departures changed the direction of once popular series. Sometimes shows recover successfully, other times ratings decline, because fans no longer feel emotionally connected in the same way. That is why people are taking these rumors so seriously. The conversation is no longer just about behind-the-scenes drama. Fans are now questioning the long-term future of the entire series. At the same time, there are still huge unanswered questions surrounding the situation. Was Hardy truly fired from the show? Did he voluntarily leave after disagreements became too difficult? Was there a compromise attempted behind the scenes? Are the media reports exaggerating what was actually a normal creative disagreement? Right now, nobody outside the production truly knows the answers. But one thing is obvious. The rumors have already changed the public conversation surrounding MobLand. Instead of discussing upcoming storylines or future episodes, fans are now focused entirely on backstage drama and speculation about whether Hardy will remain involved with the project. Social media has only intensified that attention. Clips from interviews, old behind-the-scenes stories, and fan theories are constantly being reposted online. Every entertainment channel seems to have a different explanation for what supposedly happened. Some creators claim Hardy demanded too much creative control. Others accuse producers of mishandling their biggest star. The internet has essentially turned the entire situation into a massive ongoing debate. And because no official clarification has arrived yet, people continue speculating more aggressively every day. Some fans even believe the rumors could be part of negotiation tactics happening privately behind the scenes. In Hollywood, contract disputes and creative disagreements are sometimes leaked strategically during tense negotiations. Public pressure can influence studios, networks, and production teams. Of course, there is no proof that this is happening in the MobLand situation, but the entertainment industry has seen similar scenarios before, which is why some people remain cautious about believing every rumor immediately. At the same time, there are reports claiming that relationships behind the scenes became deeply strained during production. If those stories are accurate, rebuilding trust between Hardy and the producers could potentially be very difficult. Creative partnerships rely heavily on collaboration and communication. Once relationships deteriorate publicly or privately, continuing a long-running series together becomes complicated, especially when strong personalities are involved. Tom Hardy has always been known as an intense actor. That intensity is part of what made him such a respected performer in films like Bronson, Warrior, The Revenant, Locke, Legend, and Mad Max: Fury Road. He often disappears completely into roles and brings enormous physical and emotional commitment to his performances. Fans admire that dedication because it creates unforgettable characters. But extreme commitment can also create tension during productions if creative visions stop aligning. That appears to be the central issue behind the MobLand rumors. Not necessarily personal hatred, not necessarily one dramatic screaming match, but potentially a long period of growing frustration between people who wanted different things creatively. Again, that is only speculation based on current reports. Nobody involved has publicly confirmed the details, and until official statements emerge, every discussion about this story should still be treated carefully. Unfortunately, celebrity rumors often become distorted online very quickly. Headlines grow more dramatic with every repost. Anonymous claims get repeated until people begin treating them like confirmed facts. Context disappears. Nuance disappears. Soon the internet creates a version of events that may only partially resemble reality. That is why many fans are waiting patiently before fully believing the reports. Still, the possibility of Hardy leaving remains huge news because of how important he became to MobLand's popularity. The chemistry between Hardy and the rest of the cast reportedly played a major role in attracting audiences. His interactions with veteran actors and the dangerous atmosphere surrounding his character helped create much of the tension that viewers enjoyed watching. Removing that presence could significantly change the energy of the series. Some fans online are already saying they would stop watching entirely if Hardy officially exits the show. Others believe the writers could still salvage the story if they handle the transition carefully. But even optimistic fans admit replacing someone with Hardy's level of screen presence would be extremely difficult. There is also another important factor influencing public reaction. Tom Hardy has built a very loyal fanbase over the years. Many people admire him not only as an actor, but as a personality. He has developed a reputation for being unpredictable, intense, private, and deeply committed to his craft. That image has made him one of the most fascinating stars working today. Because of that, many fans naturally want to defend him when rumors emerge. At the same time, studios and producers also have supporters who argue that no actor should receive unlimited control over a production. Television shows involve enormous teams of writers, producers, directors, crew members, and executives. Collaboration is essential. If one person begins overpowering the process, tensions can emerge quickly. That debate is now playing out publicly online. People are essentially arguing over where the balance should exist between artistic passion and professional collaboration. And honestly, there may never be a clear answer. Some of the greatest performances in film and television history came from actors who challenged scripts, questioned directors, and fought aggressively for creative changes. At the same time, there are also examples where productions became chaotic because creative conflicts spiraled out of control. Every situation is different. That's why the MobLand rumors remain so fascinating to people. The story touches on larger questions about fame, ego, creativity, collaboration, and the pressure involved in modern television production. For now, fans continue waiting for official news. Will Hardy return for another season? Will the studio attempt to continue without him? Will both sides eventually reach an agreement behind the scenes? Or will this situation become one of the biggest television production controversies of the year? Nobody knows yet. But until answers finally arrive, the speculation surrounding Tom Hardy and MobLand will almost certainly continue growing online. Thanks for the watching and subscribe.